Lovely. There's just you're keeping it up. I mean, you're dwindling a bit. I am Stamford Chidge. I never dwindle. Ever, 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 never. And this is the Chelsea FanCast, which is great fun tonight, particularly. Now, we've got this little spot on the show that we like to do called If You Don't Ask, You Don't Get, which is where people can either... listening on the Mixlr chat room, which of course if you want to listen to the show live rather than watch our ugly mug, you're perfectly entitled to do, and you can do that by going to mixlr.com/Chelsea-FanCast, and then you can interact with either Chadda or for her last show tonight, Lauren, on the benches, and you can ask us a question, or you can Skype us. If you phone up and organise it, we'll get you on the phone with a little bit of video. You can go chelsea.fancast, that's our Skype address, and of course there's the traditional email, chelseafancast@gmail.com. So if you kind of do any one of those, you can get on the show every week and you can ask us a question round the table, and it's like Chelsea Truth or Dare. We have to answer the question no matter how heinous it might be.
We haven't got many dares yet.
We haven't. We've always got... I mean, we get an easy ride. You lot are softies, man. You are so soft. None of us has got a hard time yet. I can't wait to see the day that we do. I mean, Darren, for example, has no shame. He will answer anything he likes.
Literally anything.
Anyway, look, I'm going to start the ball rolling. We do have a couple of Skype callers tonight, which is going to be great fun. But to start the ball rolling, I got an email. And the reason why we're going to ask this on the show is because I don't know the answer. So I thought that qualifies. But we've got it from Yannick Clay. Yannick's been a listener forever. He was there when we were not very good. And he says, "Hi guys, as I live quite close to Basel, I'm very keen to get hold of a ticket for the match on November the 26th. I was wondering if any of you podcasters are planning on making the trip to Switzerland, and if I stand a chance of getting a ticket as a non-member. I hope you might be able to help or give me some much-needed advice on the matter. I have no idea, but I know that some people around this table will."
Yeah, you can just give me his details, it'll be fine.
I know, he's so laid back. He is. He's like some kind of West Coast 70s criminal. Hey man, I'm so cool. I'm going to open my shirt and show you my hairy chest and my medallion.
It's because he released some pressure during the break.
He did. Yeah, he did. Release the pressure. There's a dump mix to that. That's quite a clever joke for those of you who can understand it. Thank you.
Yeah, if you haven't got a membership, ask Darren.
Yeah,
Pretty
okay.
much.
I mean, in all seriousness, I know Darren can sort him out for ticket, and we will hold you to that, Darren. Are you going to...
yeah, just give me his details.
Email us back, Yannick, and I'll make sure Darren gets hold of you. But, are you going?
No.
You're not going? You going?
I'm not going.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Myself and Greg and a couple of others are doing Schalke next week, straight after the show. But not Basel.
There's a lot of resistance to going to Basel, because we kind of did it last year and we weren't that impressed.
Apparently there's another clock festival on at the same time or something.
Well, he likes hats. I mean, you can go see the clock museum, Darren.
That's actually quite good. They're doing the same as last time when they did the
I said clock, Lizzie. There was an L in there.
So you're doing again, they're doing the FanCast, Chidge, and then going straight away, driving straight afterwards again.
Yeah. What I was going to say...
In general, most European aways,
you.
there's a few spares floating about. You just find a pub where there's loads of Chelsea.
All right,
fans.
but is there like a proper route that he could go through?
Yeah.
Without a membership, there's no official route.
Right.
But obviously, it won't be a problem finding it.
You have to fill out a declaration form, but these days you can get it to Stamford Bridge, I think, without going in.
But he should really become a True Blue member, shouldn't he? Go on the website, Yannick, and just sign up to be a True Blue member. It won't cost you much, and it'll allow you to do this kind of stuff. Now, we must move on. I think we have a caller on the line, don't we, Gallery? We do, on Skype. Who have we got? We've got Simon from Belfast on the line. Good evening, Simon. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. How are you?
Simon.
The benches are saying hello to you. You're popular. The ladies are loving you, mate. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. No
Harry
problem.
Baker, obviously not, but that's probably a good thing. No, Harry's woken up anyway. So, Simon, what's your question for us?
My question is, what would be your attacking trio with Hazard, Oscar, Mata, Willian, Schürrle, De Bruyne? The list obviously can go on and on, but who would be your three out of those?
I think that's a really top question, mate, and it's way too complicated for your Uncle Chidge to answer. So I'm going to pass that on to somebody who knows about football. Pablo?
I think for a first choice lineup, I'd still be going for Oscar and Hazard and Mata as a three. I think they're the three best out of the six. But Schürrle's impressed me so far. So it depends on the game, I would say.
It's hard to say with Willian because he's a bit new. No one really knows too much about him at the moment.
He's got a great song, though.
He has got a great song. I'd say after Christmas time, it'd be more interesting with Willian what he's really like. But yeah, I think at the moment, just based on last season, really, it'd be interesting if they all came at the same time in the summer to see who would be the 3. But because we know Oscar, Massa, and Hazard, all right.
Sorry, it's our toilet humour.
I would expect
Coming
that
to the
from
floor.
Lizzie and Lauren,
No,
but not
from
you.
us. I'm sorry, Dan.
Yeah, I think that if they all joined the club in the summer, it would have been a lot different because you wouldn't know. We wouldn't. Everyone's a bit biased because we know it from
That's a
last
good
season
point,
and
Darren.
whatnot.
Who
What do
comes
you
off the pitch first?
Oh, shut up. What do you reckon, Simon? What's your preferred 3?
I'd always be mad at Hazard Oscar because as much as everyone seems to rate Shirley, so far I'm not impressed. I think his end product's abysmal so far. His crossing just seems to be.
He was excellent against Bucharest, though.
Yeah, but I think Mourinho likes him because Mourinho likes him players that can track back and he likes players that are athletic and direct. Basically, it's like Shirley. He's quite like Robin without the end product. That's what he's reminding me of.
Scored a great goal for Germany in last Friday. So the interesting thing is, I remember seeing a YouTube clip of Schürrle before we bought him, and he would score goals like that. He'd like run around, get to about 20 yards out, and bosh, magic goal. Walloped it. And every time he does it for us, it seems to go 20 yards over the bar or something. So I take your point,
Yeah,
mate.
I have to agree. I think his finishing is really lacking. I mean, that's the one thing where, from what I understand, he wasn't too great last season.
Yeah.
I've
He's
just
better
had
from 20 yards than he is from 5.
I've just had a hilarious comment from our producer Greg in the gallery who says everybody looks good on YouTube. At which point I say, especially us when it's uploaded on a Wednesday. I thank you.
Very good.
So Simon, that was great. We got to move on, mate. But thank you very much for phoning us.
Cheers, man.
Hopefully we'll see and speak to you again, mate. And Lizzie sends her love. Top smile.
Cheers,
I like that. Talking of Lizzie, Elizabeth Derham on the benches. Lauren, have we got any questions from you lovely people over there in Mixerland?
We've got loads.
Well, start away, my love.
Who wants one first?
Just far away. Just
Who wants it first?
who wants it? Who wants it?
Eddie McCready has asked me 3 times if Darren's coming to join him to a strip club in Vegas, and is Lizzie going to try out?
Who's Eddie? What?
Not the Eddie McCready. The Eddie McCready.
Best
I
ever
think
left
it's
back.
Eddie Bellamy, but he's just changed his name.
I see. Yeah, but we now know who it really was. Well done, Lauren. I'm impressed.
So Darren, are we going stripping?
If someone's paying for my flight, of course I'll go stripping. I don't mind.
I have to basically announce at this juncture that Darren, in a few weeks' time, is for a special promotional purpose.
Yeah.
I'm going to tease this now. He is going to be wearing a Chelsea FC onesie for the entire show. Ladies, tune in.
I could have sworn the deal was that everyone was wearing one. Have you gone back on your?
They only have one available, Darren. Sorry,
I'm sure
what
we'll
can I
get some more
say?
ordered
I
in.
don't remember any other discussion about that either, to be honest.
Are you going
Shut
to wear
up.
it under your work clothes?
Right, next question, Lauren.
Okay, sensible one to Darren. This is from Zuriel NG. He has said, rumours today of Paul Pogba joining Chelsea in the summer for 25 million. What do you reckon?
Oh, who? Sorry.
Paul Pogba.
Oh, I don't really. To be honest with you, I don't watch much outside of the English game. I don't really watch much outside of Chelsea at the moment. I'm probably actually not the best person to answer that question, but I don't really like his name too much. It sounds a bit wimpy.
Who?
Paul Pogba.
Pogba. No, I don't want Pogba. He's a Man U reject, for goodness
He's
sake.
quality.
Well,
He's
he's
quality.
very good, but
Man U reject, Man U reject. Hello. Sorry.
put it this way: who leaves Manchester United to go to Juventus only to then leave the next season?
Yeah, it's just
He's a bit of a
I do
mercenary.
think that as well. Like,
he's got a stupid
Sounds
name
like
as well.
trouble.
He does. Pogba is no Drogba.
He's no Drogba.
Do we have another Skype caller, Greg? No, we don't at the moment. But that's live telly, folks. I just joshing with them. Have we got another one from you, Lauren?
Yeah, silly question, another one for Darren. Steve Burns asked if you can fart on cue.
I can't actually, but every morning when I go to the toilet, I do let off a good fart. So
Is fart on the list? No, you're
I
all
can
right.
still say fart. I sadly can't do that. I'd like to be able to, like Peter North can. I don't know which ones we can say and not on
No,
countdown.
no.
I'd like to be able to do the same with farting.
Yes, well, I think that there's a very, very thin line between flatulence and petulance, Darren, so I think we're going to move on. Lauren?
Lizzie's got a question for Pablo.
Paul, what's going on here? What's this about? All this.
Well, since I don't have a job and don't really have any reason to do anything, I
Oh.
thought we'd have a little experiment.
We'll be passing the hat round for Pablo later on. In fact, actually, I did see him on the way over here at the Tube. He was busking. You know, he didn't have many coppers in the flat cap, I'm afraid.
All notes.
Or notes. No folding for Pablo. Have we got another question, Lauren, as long as it's not for Darren?
Do you want a difficult one?
Yes, I'll have a difficult one.
What is your most memorable Lauren moment on the FanCast? And
What?
this is from Andy Silverman.
What is my most memorable
Lauren moment.
Lauren moment?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Be nice. Please be nice.
There are so many, Lauren.
I'd probably say...
Hang on, it's to me.
You're thinking too long.
Can
Dead
you
air
just
is a
go
problem.
away and fart in the corner or something? Thank you. I have so many memorable Lauren moments. Actually, this is a perfect time to have a bit of a eulogy for Lauren. Because I remember, Lauren basically contacted me on Facebook and said, "Oi, you do that show, don't you?" And I said, "Yes." "Can I come on it?" And I said, "Yeah, it'd be brilliant." And she turned up, and she's been brilliant ever since. And not only that, not only has she been brilliant on the show, which is a very difficult show for somebody to break into, but she's become one of us. You know, very much at the matches and in the pub. I'm going to start crying, obviously. But no, she has. She's been great. She's one of the boys, and I love her to pieces. But on the show, my favourite Lauren moments were usually when she was sat next to me in Putney Station when we were doing the show there, and I would say something that would go right over her head, usually a very naughty double entendre. And then 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, when all the boys had been giggling, and she didn't know what they were giggling, and then suddenly she would get it, and she would just clout me. I mean, it was very funny, or say something really rude to me, and and I loved that. But what I didn't know, Lauren, at the time, was that I wasn't the only one who enjoyed that. I used to have people coming up to me in the pub who said, "Oh, I was listening to the show the other day, and what you said, you were so out of order, but it was so funny because Lauren didn't get it. And then when she did, it was just, and they loved all that. So there are lots and lots of moments like that. But what I will miss massively is your happy, smiley face and your patience with us for being the muppets that we are. I shall miss you terribly, my love."
Thanks. So basically, you're going to miss me being ditzy.
Yeah, but I love you being ditzy. We were a great double act. We were like the Vic Reeves and Ulrika of the football podcast world. I feel. But obviously, you're much better looking than Ulrika.
I think you should quit while you're ahead. And just
I think
stop.
I know. How big is the hole that I'm digging?
Yeah,
Yep.
just stop.
I think we should move on, Lauren. Have we got another question?
Yeah, it links on nicely from this. I've been asked quite a lot of times today what I'm going to miss the most about the FanCast, and as much as I'm still going to come to games. I can't come every week because of work, but I will be at every other game. And as much as I'm still going to see you guys at the pub, at Hand and Flower and Southern Cross and wherever we go, it's the people that I won't get to see every other week, like people that I talk to on Mixlr and Twitter, and I've taken it upon myself to be their voice, and I am going to miss them. I really will. I've made some really good friends in the virtual world, like football friends.
Football friends! Oh, everybody, football friends!
Yeah, so I just hope that I get to stay in touch with them on Twitter and Facebook, and yeah, I'm really sad right now. So.
You're welcome back. You can come back on the show anytime you like. And the other thing, actually, I'd like to underline what Lauren said, is that we're absolutely blessed doing this show. We've been doing it for 5 years, and we've actually really got to meet a lot of people who we only got to know through listening to the show, and actually a lot of the people that we haven't met yet have still become great friends because they listen to it. They're on Mixlr, on Twitter, so it's a very lovely. We're very blessed with that. I mean, I met you because of this.
Mm-hmm.
We're very lucky, aren't we?
Yeah, certainly.
Very
And,
lucky. It's a great show, and I have to say you should be very proud of yourselves of how you've managed to build it up, and it's grown and grown and grown over the years, because it really is a unique show.
It is
Will
unique.
you make Chelsea FanCast the movie then?
Chelsea fan. I have the
that'd be
Genius.
awesome.
I've got a question. I've got a question for Paul. This is genius. I'm sorry, people out there, indulge me. Right, when you make Chelsea FanCast the movie, who would you cast for each of us?
Oh, crikey! See, I don't do much casting.
Come on,
casting.
and be careful what you say.
I've got to be really careful. I think we'd have to have sort of like some really cool, young, sexy people.
So us.
To play. Basically, you can play yourselves.
I'm not young though.
No, but you can do amazing things with CGI.
Okay.
Yeah, because they
Not that
managed to make what was his name? Jeff Bridges look very young in Tron remake. Great, that's a good one. I have to think
George
about that.
Clooney, obviously.
Clooney would be good for you. I worked with Clooney in
You've worked with
1989. I did a pilot. I played a drummer in his band, and he played a guitarist. He had long hair, and no one had heard of him at that point. It was way before ER and everything, and he was a great guy.
Yeah.
But yeah, Clooney would be good for you.
Matt Damon! He's got Darren.
It's Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah, Matt Damon.
Who would Ross be?
Crikey, it's a hard one.
Seth, whatever his name is, surely.
No, Seth Rogen.
Seth
Well, he's
Rogen.
one that's in Superbad. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth could maybe do it. Yeah, I suppose. I'm not really up on
Pablo?
actors. Pablo, maybe Michael Fassbender.
Oh. Who basically did your?
Who narrated our film?
Have we got time for? I'm going to ask the. Sorry, a bit of consultation here. Have we got time for one more question, gallery? We do. There you go, Lauren. Your last question on if you don't ask, we don't get, or something like that.
Okay, this is a difficult one. I'm going to ask Ross, because secretly Ross was my favourite.
Oh, it's not a secret anymore.
If you could only give Lampard, Cole and Terry another extended contract, who would you give it to?
Ooh.
One of them.
Who was that from?
Churchy 7.
That's like choosing between my non-existent kids.
All my different mothers.
That you know of.
That I know of, yeah. Or don't know of. Terry.
That's a really good question, isn't it?
Terry, I think he's got longer left at his peak than the others.
Okay. I've just been told in the gallery all of us answer it. I think that's very right. Darren, who would you choose?
Lampard.
What was the question?
Okay, who would you choose if you could keep them playing forever, basically?
No,
Terry,
no.
Lampard or Cole? One of those three, not all
It
three.
would be Lamps, yeah. Definitely. Super Frank. He's just...
I think, it would either be Terry or Lampard. I think I'd probably have to go with for Terry at this stage.
I tell you, it's difficult, isn't
Yeah.
it?
it would be one of those two.
It is
It
difficult.
would have to be.
And I'm surprised Cole never. See, this Cole never gets the love, does he?
Well,
It's not that, it's the position.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
He would do if Cole was centre back or anywhere else. He would
Yeah.
do, but the left back's not as.
JT's leader, legend, so you'd want to have that guy around. And Frank is, he's like leader too. He's the second in command in that
Well, Frank
situation.
Cannon is our most successful captain in the European final. So
Biggest
he
goal
can lead.
scorer ever.
That's right.
That's why.
2-0,
Yeah,
as Paul would say. I'm torn between JT and Lamps because Lamps is my favourite player. But I think here's the thing: whose impact is the greatest on that team? And I'm kind of tempted to say that it's actually JT. I think he really is captain, leader, legend.
He puts his head where no one else.
So I'm going to say Lamps because he's my favourite player. Very quickly, benches. What do you reckon? Very quickly,
JT for me.
JT.
Lampard.
Harry.
JT.
You speak. He speaks. Hey! So it's pretty evenly split, as I kind of thought that it would be. Well done, Harry. That was quality, mate.
And a
Okay.
quality last question as well.
We've got to wrap it up. I'm so upset. I could do this for another 5 hours as well. I just love this bit. It's just brilliant. But thank you, everybody who spent the time asking questions of us. And also thank you very much for making Lauren into the star that she is today. And Lauren, good luck. Good luck in your new career, my love. We'll all be rooting for you.
Good luck to Cheddar.
Yeah.
Everyone be nice to him.
We will. They were very nice to him last week, so it was all good.
Good.
All right, now, after the break, we're going to have a little bit of roundup of the Chelsea supporter kind of news from this week, and also we are going to be hearing from the statomatic, fantastic Chelsea Chad Meister on his Chelsea Cheddar stats.